I want to tell you a story today. It's a very simple story, but it's about a very, very powerful idea. We're going to explore something called LangChain. But you know what? Let's just forget all the confusing technical terms. Let's not worry about any of that. Instead, we'll discover it through a story. So I invite you to just settle in, take a breath, and let's begin. Our story begins with a young man named Eli. Now, Eli is brilliant, super curious, full of ideas, but he has one really big problem. You see, he was just drowning in information. I'm talking millions of articles, thousands of books, just an endless sea of websites and databases, not to mention all his emails and documents. He felt completely and utterly lost, and he needed a way to connect it all. And so one night, completely exhausted from searching, he just whispered to himself, I just wish all this information could talk to each other. And in that moment, something magical happened. The lights in his room started to dim, and this soft, warm, golden glow just filled the space. There was this low hum in the air. And then, slowly, a shimmering chain made of pure light appeared, floating right there in front of him. Who? Who are you? Eli asked. His voice was barely a whisper. And this calm, steady voice replied, I am LangChain. I connect your tools, your data, and your thoughts, so they can all work together. LangChain reached out with a glowing hand and said, let me introduce you to your helpers. And one by one, these powerful beings, these tools, began to appear, each with its own unique spirit. First, there was the reader, a gentle spirit who promised, I read anything you give me. Now, in the real world, you can think of this as a document loader, something that can understand any text you feed it. Right after, the searcher appeared, just buzzing with energy, ready to scan the entire world for information. This is kind of like the retrieval part of the chain, the part that can reach out to the whole internet or even your own private databases. And then came the thinker, calm, wise, just radiating intelligence. This, my friend, is the heart of the chain. It's the large language model, the LLM. It's the part that truly understands language, ideas, and all the deep meaning behind the words. And next to the thinker, the memory keeper appeared, quiet, focused, holding a glowing journal. This is what gives the chain a memory, you know? It lets it remember your conversation and keep track of everything to maintain context. And last but not least, there was the decider. Focused, determined, always ready to figure out the next best step. This is the agent, the part of the chain that's like a director, orchestrating all the other tools to get the job done. This was the team, all held together by this beautiful, glowing chain. So one day, Eli's manager gives him a task that just seemed completely impossible. It was going to be the ultimate test for his new magical friend. He had to take 3 entire books, add 2 dense research papers, pull in information from 8 different websites, and incorporate all of last year's company data into a single cohesive report. Eli just started to panic, thinking, there's no way, this would take me weeks. But LangChain was right there, floating beside him, and its light just grew brighter, more confident. Let us help you, it said. Just watch how the chain works. And just like that, it began. The reader opened up the books and the papers, and in this incredible blur of flipping pages, it consumed all of it, instantly. At the very same moment, the searcher was scanning the internet, pulling everything it needed from all 8 websites and that company database in a brilliant flash of blue light. Then, the thinker took center stage. And just like a conductor leading a grand orchestra, it started to find all the patterns, all the themes, connecting every single idea from the books, the papers, the websites, and the data, weaving it all into one coherent story. And in just a few minutes, a beautiful, clear, perfect report just appeared on his screen. This is what happens when all your tools work together as a chain. You know, from that day forward, everything changed for Eli. He wasn't lost in that ocean of information anymore. He felt supported, he felt empowered, and honestly, he felt peaceful with his work. Anytime he started to feel confused, LangChain was right there to guide the flow. One evening, as he was looking out at the city lights, Eli whispered something to the glowing chain beside him. He said, You didn't just connect my tools, you connected my mind. It was about so much more than just data. It was about achieving true clarity of thought. You see, my friend, Eli's story really is the story of LangChain. It's not here to replace your intelligence, not at all. It's here to support it by connecting everything you use. It's actually a pretty simple idea when you break it down, right? One link reads, one link searches, one link thinks, another remembers, and one decides. But together they create something absolutely amazing. So you don't have to feel lost in a sea of information. Just like Eli, you can find that clarity, that support. You have the power of the chain, the power of connection. And that right there is the true moral of our story. It's not about having the single best tool. It's about getting all the right tools to work together in perfect, beautiful harmony.